So I think that we took about 45 minutes for that meeting.
For that meeting, 45 minutes. Now, you've been woken up 45 minutes. After they left, was there a discussion as commissioners? Because you're in a position, you say two supported you to not to violate the constitution. The other took a different position. Visitors have gone. Did you have a meeting?
I think after they left, we all got back to our work stations. I had also been woken up, so I continued working. So we did not have further discussion on the matter, and I didn't then give it much thought, really, after they left.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you then, you are aware of the implication of putting these facts in an affidavit?
Yes, I was.
And you stick to these facts?
Yes, because that's the truth. That's what happened.
You stick to this fact that people wanted to you moderate?
Yes.
All right. Now, we go to paragraph 63. There's a new team of visitors. I need you to explain how did you know about this visit, and just introduction on paragraph 63.
This was on the morning of 15th. I received a call around 9 a.m. from the head of public service then, Mr. Joseph Kinyua, that a team from National Security Advisory Committee would be coming to see me and requesting me to see them. And he said they will be talking briefly about assumption of office. Later on,
the purpose of the meeting from the call was assumption of office.
Yeah, that's what Mr. Kinyua said.
Did you have any problem discussing assumption?
No, absolutely not. I mean, I didn't know how I come in, but they wanted to discuss it, and I said it's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about whether there was an issue of assumption of office discussed. Then flow to paragraph 65 and the visit at paragraph 66.
Yes, so because of other duties we were undertaking, we said they need to wait. We managed to see them at 2 p.m. I and the commissioners met them at 2 p.m.
Where was the meeting?
The meeting took place at the CEO's office, boardroom at the Bomas of Kenya. The CEO of Bomas of Kenya's boardroom.
Now, this meeting, was it attended by all commissioners? And to be specific, was Commissioner Irene Masit present?
Yes, Commissioner Irene Masit was present together with all the 5 others in this meeting.
In this meeting?
Yes.
Now, from my reading of paragraph 65 flowing to 66, it appears as though there was already an arranged, pre-planned meeting apart from the one of these visitors.
Yes, I had informed the commissioners that we should have a meeting at 2 to be briefed, or rather to look at the final results before declaration. And so we were meeting specifically to look at the results as stipulated in Form 34C, which we had asked the CEO to print and bring to the boardroom. So this was our meeting.
In this meeting, prior to this meeting, had any of the commissioners seen Form 34C?
That Form 34C had not been printed, and none of us had seen it.
Had not been printed?
Yes.
None of you had seen it?
Yes.
Had any of you known the final results as prior to this meeting?
The final tally had not been known, disclosed to us, but all the constituency results were out there.
So all constituency results were out there?
Yes.
You mean
we had finished tallying and verification, and the commissioners had been announcing them, and all the results were there.
When you say they are out there, because this
Out
proceedings are recorded. I need clarity. What you mean when you say they're out there?
We mentioned the scenario of the auditorium where the tallying and verification was ongoing and populating of Form C was happening. And so the results were there. After verification, all the constituency results were available.
In the portal or where?
No, with the commissioners, with the team, with the IEBC team.
With the IEBC team?
Yes.
Now, prior to this meeting, was there any problem amongst the commissioners?
No.
No.
Not that I'm aware of.
Any disagreements? Any? Not at all?
No.
Right. So, you meet at 2 o'clock, and you are clear in paragraph 66, you wanted to declare a declaration, right? Then you flowing to paragraph 67, you say then you decided to meet the commissioners. Kindly explain.
We decided to meet as a commission before declaration so that we can look at the final result, which we were going to declare. But before that, we then said, since we have visitors, let's attend to them first.
Right.
Yes.
Now, the visitors, the one mentioned in paragraph 67?
Yes.
And you said they were coming on behalf of?
The National Security Advisory Committee.
Now, you then talk about introduction, composition, deliberate selection, and the magnitude of the message. Can you kindly explain?
Yes, so the team leader, Mr. Kennedy Kihara, introduced the team of the form, introduced himself, and the participants, Mr. Kenneth Ogeto, Solicitor General, Mr. Hilary Mtiambai, Inspector General of Police, and Lieutenant General Francis Omondo Gola, the Vice Chief of the Defense Forces. That was the team. Yes. And he said this team has been carefully selected to come for this meeting. And he proceeded then to, after the introductions from all of us, he proceeded to deliver a message. He said they had a message for us.
A message from who?
From the NSAC, the National Security Advisory Committee.
Paragraph 69. Flowing to 70, you talk about the message. Kindly explain.
Yes, the message was that if I declared the final election results in favor of Honorable William Samoei Ruto as president-elect, the country is going to burn. And he proceeded to tell us that the already skirmishes had started in the country. Kikuyus and Luos were already fighting. And he cited several slums, including Kibera and Mathare, on the basis of what he termed betrayal by the Kikuyus.
Betrayal by the Kikuyus.
That was his message.
Right.
Yes.
Paragraph 70, he went on to caution.
He went on to caution that if we proceeded with the declaration of Honorable Ruto as president-elect and chaos erupt, then the blood of Kenyans, the blood of the dead Kenyans will be on our hands. And he said all of us, 7 of us, the commissioners and myself, will be held responsible.
Now, how did you take that message to you and the commissioners?
Well, this then was obviously, this is a National Security Advisory team, the top organ of government. And a message of that nature then was outrightly a threat to the independence of the Commission.
It's a threat to the independence of the Commission?
Yes.
Yes.
That's how I took it. And
as at the time you were speaking, had the final results verified been with you people?
We had not received the final form, that 4C, from the CEO. We were waiting for it. But as I said, these results were already out there. I remember we had a public portal where everybody interacted with, and people did their own tallying.
So people could have done their tallying and known who is the winner?
Yes.
But you
The official result from that 4C was not with us yet.
But as at that time, they are already telling you should not declare specific funds.
Yes, yes.
All right. Now we flow to paragraph.
So that we don't spend too much time on this. You see, you verified the results.
Yes.
And you're doing that as per the constituency.
Yes.
And that you had verified all the results of the constituencies.
Yes, by the morning of 15th.
Yes.
Yes.
So, and it was being done by commissioners, by your staff,
yes,
in the presence of agents,
yes,
and all those who wanted to.
Yes.
So the results were known to that extent.
Yeah. At least the constituency results
Constituency
were all
results.
out. Yes.
And all that you needed to do was arithmetical.
There were two things that Form C, that 4C brings out. Other than the final results, it also, the system computes the number of counties a candidate has garnered, because that's important.
Yes.
And also the percentage. So that then is auto-generated by the system.
Yes.
So those then completes the Form 34C. Yeah, so that to declare a winner, you must know how many counties they have been garnered, because one needs 24 counties on the minimum to win a presidential election, and also the percentage.
No, what I'm asking is, a careful agent, okay? People who are interested in these results, and I'm sure all of those who are in the room were interested, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It was a matter of calculation.
Yes, with your calculator, you could have known the results even after 48 hours or the second or third day.
So fine, thank you.
Yes,
thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Then you flow to paragraph 71. Then you talk of a request that was made appears similar by the earlier visitors. Can you explain?
The paragraph 71,
Yes.
the second part of the message from the NSAC delegation was that if we cannot announce Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga as the outright winner, then we must ensure there is a runoff.
Now, was there any explanation how you would ensure there is a runoff?
None was given, and up to now, I wouldn't know if that can possibly be done. As I said, results were out there. So anybody attempting to manipulate them, it will not work.
Okay. Then you said they wanted something from you, 72.
Yes, he said now that he has delivered the message, he wants a message to take back for a response from the commission.
Right.
And so what I did is I asked the commissioners one by one what they think about that message.
Now, I need to be very specific. Commissioner Irene Masit. First of all, was this done in the presence of the visitors?
Yes.
So your commissioners gave their comments looking at the visitors in the eye?
Yes.
And what was the position of Commissioner Irene Masit?
Yes, so the Commissioner Masit, alongside the others, said this message requires serious consideration, and she supported the adoption of the communication from NSAC to be considered before taking a decision on the results to be announced.
Right. Considered before doing what?
Before taking a decision on the result, as to the results to be announced.
So what does that mean?
Well, I believe there's a preemptive action. If the results come in and they are going the way which is not anticipated by this team, then we should consider them and look for a way of doing what the request was.
So, did the law or the constitution of this great republic allow what your fellow commissioner was supporting?
In fact, it's quite to the contrary.
What do you mean?
The constitution was set up to ensure that these kind of things don't happen. Remember, the commission is independent and it's about the will of the people. That's what we exist to protect.
Without going to legal magazines that we don't like, is that the commissioner wanted subversion of the will?
Well, from the expression of what they said and saying we should consider NSAC message, that is exactly subversion of the will of the people.
Subversion of the will of the people?
Yes.
Did you, then what happened?
The NSAC team left and the CEO then, Mr. Marijan, brought in the Form 34C.
Oh, very well.
Yes.
We can stop there.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. We'll take 15-20 minutes break and then we'll resume.
Thank you very much.
Break, 20 minutes break. Sawa. Unajua kiongozi, mimi sijui timu yako umejipanga.